Hi friends, Mindy here. I have an unboxing for you today. This is the new kit from A House of Books. This kit is called the Gathered Kit and is going to replace their current subscription kit service. If you are a current member, if you're already signed up for the subscription, whether that's from the small, medium, or large, or whatever, if you choose to stay with that particular subscription, you can do that. You can also change to this new style if you want to. But any new subscribers will be receiving this particular kit. So there's no going back to the small, the medium, and the large from before. So I'm going to do an unboxing of this new kit. This is the first release of these. I believe they have, I think she said 20 slots available for the neutral colorway and 20 slots available for the colorway. So I have chosen the neutral so you can see kind of what's in here, but you can choose the color version, which will obviously still have neutral items in it, but it's going to be more focused around a particular color. But at this time, at least, you cannot choose that color, so it'll just be whatever comes. Amber is going to personally curate these kits, and so she's going to be matching everything. So if there's blues and greens or whatever, and so that might vary from person to person. It'll kind of just be a surprise, which is kind of fun. But anyway, I chose the neutral for this time. And I did want to say a couple other things. So one thing about this kit, it is $74.99 for this kit. You can get it either monthly or quarterly. You have those two options. You're not committed to anything. There is a you know, if you sign up and you get one, you can cancel. You can cancel at any time if you want to. Again, if you're an old subscriber to the other kits, you can stay with those if you want to, or you can move over into these new kits. There are Amber said approximately 75% of what's in here is going to be vintage items that she has curated, and then the other 25% is going to be roughly, obviously, but things that are made in-house, including stuff like there's the stickers that they make from reproduction, vintage items, and that kind of stuff. So the other thing is that the shipping is free for this particular kit. I think before it was only the large kits that came with free shipping. So I'm trying to make sure I have covered all of the bases for this. If you have any questions, you feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will put my affiliate link down below. This is going to be the kit that releases in September. So you do have some time to sign up. There will never be any extra kits like they kind of occasionally before had some that were extra. That just will not happen. They're going to have all of their slots filled. So and then again, maybe down the road you'll be able to choose a particular color, but for right now your options are either the neutral colorway or the colorway, and then you just kind of get whatever color you want. So like their other kits, it comes in a handmade bag. I'm excited because I already have an idea to make a journal out of this canvas bag, and it has this beautiful ribbon tied on. So I'm just gonna pop this out. It looks like it's on here with a brad. So let me just take all of that out. Oops, I took the whole thing out. Okay, that's okay. Let me set this off to the side here. And then I'm just gonna pull everything out. I've not gone through this. I took a little peek earlier, but it was too much to go through without the unboxing. So I'm just gonna set this off to the side, and we will go through all of these together. So this may be a little bit of a longer unboxing just because this is a new kit to me as well. I'm super excited. So it looks like there's this old spool here that's got some I want to actually untie this, that will be beautiful on the edge of a spine, like for a journal. So that's one of the items. There's a little bag that has some book spines. I love these for the texture and stuff that they create. Like if you want to make clusters and stuff, they're just fun to tuck in there. I love book parts. This looks like some pieces of wool. I'm not exactly sure. There's nothing that really said, yeah, that's some wool fibers there. And then another little bag of different fibers here. And then there is this tag that's got some baker's twine and some cord on it, some like rope. Just stick that back there. And then another little tag that's got 3 other kind of just, again, in the neutrals. This is like a leather and then a couple different other fibers. And then in this bag, there's just kind of some miscellaneous things. It looks like there's a cork in here and some game pieces, like some vintage pieces, game pieces, some buttons, which I'm assuming are like some vintage bingo things, and then this metal number 4 that you could totally use for like a stencil or whatever, and then like a little puzzle piece, just a bunch of little fun things in there. Let me put that cork back in there. And then there's a package of fabrics here, a bunch of different items. I'm not going to untie this, but just there's various lengths and widths, and this looks like some upholstery fringe. I actually really love these colors together. Just a few other things. That looks like some upholstery fabric there too. This beautiful, really wide lace. Okay, I have to pull that one out. How beautiful that wide piece of lace is. That would be fun on the edge of a journal as well. You can try not to pull all of the things out. But you can see there's just several different things. These would make really good journal covers. If you sew, you could piece them together and create a journal cover. Lots of things to do with fun fabrics. And we set that off to the side. And then there's this little bag that has some circles. Looks like they are punched out of book paper. I'm not sure how many are in here. And I know that Amber said the quantity of how many items are in here. I think it was at least 100 or 150 or something like that. I can't remember. That information is on the website, but as you can see, there's quite a stack. But these are just some circles that have been punched from some vintage book pages, and so you could use these behind things. You can even fold them in half and use them as little like pull tabs. All kinds of fun things you can do with those. And then I received the cover of a book that says, I can't read that, but something of arithmetic. I wish I could see the year. It's very, very worn. Sometime in probably the late 1800s, early 1900s, just based on that. I almost wonder if I could cut that and make a little journal out of that. I'm not really sure, but there's like a, so that's a book board. And then here is a slide with the pyramids of Egypt on it. There's a little package that has some postage stamps. I love postage stamps. And just this little glassine envelope. And of course you can use the glassine envelope as well. Or a couple little like vintage flash card. That's like a flash card. And this one is like a calling card. And then I'm just going to go through and see what's in here, because all of these things are kind of just different to some of the stuff that we've had before. So this is like a high school event. I'm trying to see if there's a year on here, but I don't think so. This is a letter. Postmark here on is 1910, and the letter is actually in the envelope, so that's exciting. This the stamp has gone, but I love that this is 1910. Here's someone's report card from 1926. So fun. And then flashcard. Here's a photograph. Some little cards there. This is from First National Bank. This is 1895. I love all of these really old ones with the beautiful fonts on them. This one is September 1919, $4.96. So fun. This one is blank, so it doesn't have any kind of date on it. And then here's just a little monthly publication, 1960, little booklet. This would actually be fun to turn into a little like mini art journal. And then this must be one of the reproduction things. I'm not sure. Maybe instruments of music. And then this just has, I love this typography. This is from the Glass Company. This is a ledger. I was trying to see if there was a date, December 31st. And then that's stapled on there, 1899. So that's fun. And then this is some acetate that looks like maybe it got stamped on. Maybe this is one of the items that Amber created. This looks like a reproduction of an envelope. So when they have found, you know, vintage pieces or whatever, they've turned some of those into vintage pieces of ephemera that are just reproductions. And so this has been turned into a stamp, or a sticker. It's probably on clear sticker paper. Let me just see. And again, I'm sorry, you know, this kit is new to me as well. So I'm not as well versed in all of the details as the other kits that I had been getting. So I apologize if I'm stumbling through this, but yeah, this is a on clear sticker paper. So if you like to do art journaling or something, this is awesome because it will just blend right into the background, especially if you adhere it down, you take like a bone folder or something and kind of like burnish it down into the page. It will just really melt right in there. And then here's another reproduction, a couple of other pieces. That looks like maybe it was a letter of some kind. And then maybe a reproduction ledger or something. Or maybe that was, it's hard to read the handwriting. But anyway, you get the point. Those are some reproduction stickers. I have an envelope there. And then this is a coffee or tea dyed envelope, which I think would make also a really fun journal. These, I like making journals if you can't tell. And then there are some fabrics. This looks like it's adhesive backed craft. It actually looks like craft paper, so I'm not sure. Or maybe it's vinyl. So there's two of those, and then there's this fabric that has that same backing on it, which I'm assuming is a sticker, but I am just having trouble getting it apart. I'm assuming that is an adhesive on the back. I need to know, so I'm gonna get my little tool here and see if that's what this is. I am assuming that this is something that is a sticker, has been turned into a sticker, but I think I might be wrong on that. Nope. So it's almost like it's backed with vinyl. I'm not sure. I need to get some more information about this exactly, this fabric. But anyway, let me just move on. This looks like a dress pattern, or a pattern of some kind. So there's some sheets of that. This is fun for collaging, just creating a lot of good texture. And then we're into some book pages now. So this is a foreign language. Here, there's some shorthand pages here. It looks like these are from some index pages. This is like from a stamp book. So some of these are kind of similar to things that have been in the old subscription kits. This is from the Hudson River Railroad Company in 1882. Oh, I love this one. I think I've said that before, but my dad worked on the railroad for 30 years and retired from there. So I have a special place in my heart. There's a lot of railroaders in my family. Here's another page from like a stamp book. This is a beautiful vintage ledger from 1928. Maybe? Yep. And then this, I'm trying to see if there's a date on here. 1918. Oh, this is fun. My grandmother was actually born in 1918, so this is from a book, it looks like. And then we're into some other things that look like they may be reproduction pieces or maybe that's part of a book. Some map sections. These are good for layering. You can make tags out of these. There's a little piece of like music. This is part from a book. Looks like from a botanical book of some sort here. There's several different kinds of those. This is a page, it looks like 1925, September. This is fun. I love these big pages. The ads on here are always so funny. So, Modern Priscilla. All right. There's some more photographs down here. These look like maybe they're from a book. I love that. That's cool. And then just some more black and white images here. Here's some more page from a book. You can obviously tell it came from a book. East Hyde. Another. Ooh, this one has a really fun texture to it. That book, whatever that book paper is like, it's textured. Another lady from a book. Oh. There's an old Yahtzee card. Not super vintage, I hope, because it says 1984 at the bottom. But I guess that would be considered, I don't know. Anyway, 1984 Yahtzee card. There's a piece of paper. This image here. This is actually in like really thick paper. I don't know if you can tell that. Another little section of some ledger here. Some more fabric-y feeling. What is this? Might be wallpaper. Yep. So it's like a section of a wallpaper book. That would actually make a good journal cover as well. Another page from some type of ledger, which I love ledgers. This one is another from a foreign language book, which I love. Some index pages. There's this ginormous doily back here. And then this is piano roll. I love that. And then some more vintage book pages. Try not to go, take too long here. There's some index pages. Just a variety of sizes, a variety of patinas, which is fun. There are a lot of the different textures, which is hard to kind of come across in a video, but the pages are just, some of them are just more textured or heavyweight. So this looks like an ad. Like this one has a different texture to it. Sears and Roebuck. It's an advertisement for a car. And like this one, I want to say this, I'm trying to remember, there's a name for this kind of paper, and I just cannot remember it right off the top of my head, but it just has a great texture to it. Here's some music paper, it looks like. It's just been folded. I love music paper as well. Here's some more book page from, with some botanicals, which is great. Love those. And then these look like they're just end papers from a book. These are really great. I've mentioned this before, but if you're wanting to create like vintage looking ephemera and you have like, there's a couple different stamp sets from Tim Holtz, like his tickets and that kind of stuff, you can stamp them on here, and then you basically have all of the patina that you need for that vintage kind of ticket thing. So these are great to stamp on, especially if you have like the number stamps or anything like that and you just want to add a little bit of something. I love having the blank, even like in big open areas you can do that, and then you have the benefit of the patina of those pages. So a lot of fun with that. This looks like the front of a page too. Somebody had written their information on there, and again, this is one of those things that I would probably use to stamp on, or even like if you're creating a tag or something, this is just makes a good writing space without having to do like copy dyeing and that kind of stuff. So, and it's just vintage. Then there's a map. Love that. I love maps and music a lot. Here's like a library pocket. or library card, 1964. And then some patterns, like some cross stitch. This is another like library pocket, and I would actually pull this little pocket right off of here. And I will use, I'll do that off camera, but I will use that library pocket in a journal somewhere along with the cards. That's fun. And there's still more. This is some black cardstock and some craft cardstock. And then I think we're getting into some reproduction pieces here. Or just some vintage pieces. This is some beautiful mulberry paper. That looks like maybe it was stamped on. Mulberry paper is a lot of fun to use. And then some like different cardstocks here. There's like a gold one. It's kind of like metallic, and then just a couple textured, like some maybe basil cardstock or something like that. Oh, another sheet of, this one is, I want to say it's mulberry, but it's a little, it actually feels a little bit more, a little bit thicker than mulberry paper tends to be. I don't know if you can kind of hear the difference, but like this one is pretty flexible. This one is not as flexible, but it's still like handmade paper or something, which I just love the textures. I'm all about the textures in journals. And then this one is from a gentleman's magazine, apparently, 1772. I'm thinking that might be a reproduction. Here's another one that's a reproduction from, looks like 1879, that they've done on some parchment paper. So that will be fun to use. And then some, that feels like some, maybe some Tomoe River paper, or that kind of weight of paper. And then you have a couple of different types of cardstocks or handmade papers back here that are just neutrals. And then this is a reproduction, it looks like. I love all of these with the different, the fonts are always so fascinating to me. And then just some more, like, this maybe looks like it was coffee dyed or something. This looks like just a printed cardstock. And then I don't know what this is. I don't know if they embossed this themselves, but this is like, I don't even know how to capture this on here very well, but it's literally ribbed. It's like embossed. So this is going to be a lot of fun to use. And I don't know if Amber embossed that or if it came that way. This is really fun. That's going to be a lot of fun to use. And then this looks like a handmade paper because it's real thin. Be careful with that one. You can kind of see around the edges. So that's a lot of fun. I love handmade papers. Another reproduction, it looks like. And again, just all of the script, the fonts and the writing is just like so pretty. I guess this one is double-sided, which is hard because I don't know which side I'm going to want to use, but there's like all the little flourishes and stuff. It's so pretty. And then another, this was like a heavier weight paper. So as you can see, there is quite a lot in here, a lot of variety of different things, handmade papers, textured papers, printed papers. You know, again, some of these are reproductions, some of them are vintage finds. It really just kind of depends. These kits are curated and put together by Amber herself, and so she's taking a lot of care to make sure that all of the things coordinate so that you can basically sit down and take the things that are in here and make a journal, or and maybe I will do that in another video coming up. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see, where I just take this kit and everything that's in it and just make a journal out of what's here and some ephemera and stuff. I just think that might be fun. So let me know if you have any questions. I know this is a new kit, and sorry it took me so long to go through it, but I wanted to go through it one by one since I hadn't seen all of these things yet either. But anyway, if I can answer any questions, I'm happy to do that. Just leave them down in the comments below. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and until next time, bye.